Hi, I'm Dr. Noelle Lucas from Blue Oasis Pet Hospital, and I am here to answer some questions that you have about your cat's preventive care. And I have an assistant, my husband Alex, who's going to ask me some questions that you have about your cat's preventive care.
So, Dr. Lucas, what is considered cat preventative care?
So cat preventive care just basically means how can we prevent diseases from happening, and it starts with lots of just the thought about what happens when they're baby kittens and having them come in to see their veterinarian, and we can start giving them some vaccinations to prevent some disease. Also, let's talk about nutrition and foods that they're eating and how we can prevent diseases and make sure that they're growing and developing normally. And when they're an adult cat, we want to make sure that they're on a good, healthy nutrition to prevent some lifestyle concerns, which is obesity and being overweight. We also want to talk about how to care for their eyes, especially if you have long-haired cats and just, or smushy face cats, and how we can have some ocular issues around their eyes. We want to talk about oral health and maybe preventing some dental health, or maybe cleaning their teeth and keeping them healthy. We want to make sure that we know their lifestyle. Are they indoor only? Do they go in and out? We want to make sure we're preventing from infectious diseases, sort of like flea infestations, and there's tick species in this Middle Tennessee area that will spread bobcat fever, so we want to make sure that we're protecting them from tick-borne diseases. So there's a lot to talk about when it comes to just preventive care for your cat.
So, what are some possible conditions that can be avoided by doing proper cat preventative care?
Well, infectious disease is one of the biggest things that we can prevent with good preventative care. So vaccinating your cat from common infectious diseases like feline herpes virus and calicivirus. Rabies virus is another one that we protect against. And then again, if your cat goes outside, we want to make sure that we're protecting them from fleas, ticks, and actually cats can get heartworms as well. We don't talk about it a whole lot, but they are also bitten by the same mosquitoes that dogs can get bit by, and we can, and they can actually be an aberrant host for heartworm disease. So we want to talk about that with you if your cat goes outside. And then we're just going to talk about good, healthy nutrition and what that looks like for your cat's just overall lifestyle.
Why is it important to avoid self-diagnosing the cat?
So cats are incredibly fun species, and I really enjoy them a lot, but one of the reasons that we really love a cat is they're kind of independent, and they kind of live a life of their own away from human interaction as much as a dog would. So one of the good things about cats is their independence, but it's also their ability to mask disease. So they can hide disease really well from us until it gets pretty severe. So we really want you to know your cat's routine and lifestyle extremely well so that you can identify when your cat may have something that's a little bit off. And don't go to the internet to try to figure it out, because cats can be incredibly difficult to figure out their disease and require a good physical exam, maybe some blood work to help figure out what might be wrong with your cat.
What are the risks of failing to provide preventative care?
So failing to provide preventive care can end your cat's life a little bit sooner than it would naturally maybe occur, because we're not able to see your cat on a routine basis. Because if they're not coming in for preventive care, which for me can just be a good physical exam, that's preventive care, physical exam in the hands of a veterinarian, ideally doing some blood work as well on your cat on a routine basis. We're looking, can we find disease early, and we can then intervene and sometimes change the entire course of that disease. And if we can't, at least then we're having conversations with you about what we can do to manage that disease for a longer period of time. And sometimes we miss that opportunity to have those conversations when cats aren't coming to see us on a routine basis, and when they only come in when they're sick. Sometimes they're already so sick that we actually have very few options for you and your cat because of their illness progression has gone so far. So preventing disease or looking for disease early is incredibly impactful to the health and well-being of your cat. So if you have questions about preventive care, or your cat hasn't been seen for a while by your veterinarian, ideally they should be seen once a year, then we would invite you to make an appointment with your veterinarian, and ideally you'd see us here at Blue Oasis Pet Hospital, and we'd love to see you. Thanks.